I, 27F, live in a small coastal town. My sister, 32F, got engaged to Colin, 35 May, after only a couple months of dating. Everyone loved him, except I started noticing weird little things, evasive about his past, no social media, a scar behind his ear, and a random woman reacting very weirdly when she saw him in public. Then I found a dental reminder card in his jacket with a different name, Evan Grant. Googled it, found a 5-year-old missing persons case from North Carolina, last person seen with the victim, an Evan. He'd left town right after. I got contacted by a woman named Michelle, the missing woman's cousin, who claimed he was dangerous and told me to get my sister out. She also said he kept pieces of women he'd been with. After some very sketchy encounters, including him catching me at midnight on the dock, I got a key to his storage unit from an anonymous source. Inside, a lockbox with IDs, jewelry, and photos of multiple people from different states, including Renee, the missing woman, and Colin's half-brother Elias. Turns out they both went into the water during a fight that night. Only Elias came back up, and he died days later from his injuries. Renee never surfaced. The video proves Colin didn't try to save her. Police said insufficient evidence to charge him, but the wedding is off. He's gone. And I can't stop thinking about that lockbox and what it means to keep pieces of people who are never coming back. Hey everyone, I wasn't expecting my last post to blow up like it did. I appreciate the advice, the DMs, and the number of you who basically told me to make a Netflix deal. Here's what's happened since. After I gave the lockbox to the sheriff, they told me they were reviewing evidence. Translation: nothing is going to happen fast. Lena has completely cut contact with Colin, changed her number, deleted her socials, blocked his friends. She's staying at my place for now. Michelle is gone, no clue where. Her apartment's empty. 2 nights ago, I got a photo from an unknown number, my apartment building from across the street. No caption, just watching. I sent it to the sheriff. They said, could be anyone. Cool. Very reassuring. Part of me thinks he's really gone. Another part knows he's just waiting until he decides he's not. Okay, I wasn't planning to post again so soon, but something happened last night that I can't explain, and it's messing with my head. Lena's been staying in my apartment since everything with Colin blew up. She's got the pull-out couch, I've got my room, and we've been trying to live like normal humans. Cooking dinner, binge-watching trash TV, not talking about the wedding, that wasn't. Before bed yesterday, she tossed her tote on the kitchen counter. I noticed she wasn't wearing the silver H bracelet, the one Colin gave her. She hasn't worn it since she found out about the photo of Renee wearing one. She told me she left it at my place weeks ago in the drawer where I stashed it with Michelle's papers. Here's the thing, I checked that drawer last week. It was empty. I figured maybe Lena had taken it back to her place before she moved in with me. At 2:17 a.m., I got up for water. The tote was still on the counter. And there, sitting right on top of it, was the bracelet. Not in the drawer, not in the bedroom. Just placed neatly on her bag like someone wanted her to see it first thing in the morning. No sign of a break-in. Deadbolt was still locked. Chair still under the door. My windows are old, but they're loud as hell when you open them. And I didn't hear a thing. I didn't wake her up. I didn't want to see her face when she saw it. This morning, she just stared at it for a long time, then put it in her tote without saying a word. We haven't talked about it yet, but she's been quieter all day, like she's somewhere far away in her head. I don't know if this is Colin trying to scare us or something else entirely. So, the internet can be terrifying, but sometimes it delivers exactly the kind of terrifying you need. After my last post about the bracelet, I got a DM from a Redditor who said they worked reception at Bayview Dental up until a few months ago. They'd seen my story on our Best Off Redditor updates and recognized the name. Not Colin Hart, not Evan Grant, Elias Hartwell. That's Colin's half-brother's name. The one from the video, the one who's dead. According to this DM, an Elias Hartwell came in to book an appointment 3 days ago. Same scar, same build, same salt and pepper hair. He didn't use the online system, came in person, paid cash deposit up front, scheduled for next week. I asked if they had security footage. They said no, not that far back, but they did have the paper appointment log with his handwriting. They sent me a photo of it. The name is in all caps, Hartwell Elias, but the E is slightly different from the rest of the letters, like it was written slower. And the number he wrote down as his contact? It's Lena's old cell, the one she had before she met him. I don't know what this means. Is he using Elias's name because he knows I'll hear about it? Is it some twisted way of telling me he's still here? Or is it bait, a way to draw one of us into showing up where he wants us to be? Either way, Lena saw the photo of the log and went white as a sheet. She said, "That's his handwriting," and wouldn't say another word. Michelle's still MIA. No replies to my burner texts. It finally happened. I saw him again. It was this morning at the Saturday market in Harbor's Edge. The place was packed. Locals, tourists, kids running between stalls. I was with Lena buying flowers from Mrs. Keegan when I felt it. That tight prickle at the back of my neck. I turned, and there he was. Colin, standing at the coffee cart about 20 feet away, wearing that same faded sweatshirt from the night on the dock. He was holding a paper bag in one hand and 2 to-go cups in the other. And he was smiling. Not waving, not coming closer, just standing there like we were the only 2 people in the market who knew we were having a conversation without speaking. I grabbed Lena's arm, but when she turned, he'd already started walking. Not toward us, but into the crowd. People moved around him like water around a rock. I lost sight of him in less than a minute. When I checked my phone later, there was a new text from an unknown number. Just 4 words. The long way back. I don't know if that's a threat, a clue, or some kind of private joke I'm not in on. But it's the first time I've seen his face since I left him in that storage unit. And it didn't look like someone hiding. It looked like someone waiting. I finally heard from Michelle. It was just after midnight. I was closing the cafe books when my phone lit up with a number I didn't recognize. No caller ID, just the first 3 digits of a Florida area code. Her voice was low, like she was calling from a closet. "He's been using Elias's name for years," she said. "Not just here. I can prove it now." She told me she'd been in Port Delray, a marina town 2 states south, digging through their old birth records. She found Elias Hartwell listed as the leaseholder for a 28-foot sloop, signed in Colin's handwriting. The lease started 6 months after Renee disappeared. "Why are you telling me this now?" I asked. "Because he's not hiding from you," Michelle said. "He's building something, and he's almost done." She wouldn't explain what that meant, just told me to meet her at the ferry pier tomorrow night. "Bring Lena," she said. "She needs to hear it from me." When I asked why, she said, "Because if I'm right, she's the reason he came here at all." Lena's asleep in the other room. I haven't told her yet. Part of me doesn't want to. Not because I don't believe Michelle, but because I think hearing it will make Lena realize she's still part of whatever game he's playing. And I'm starting to wonder if Michelle's return means we're getting close to an ending, or if we're about to tip into something worse. I didn't make it to the pier to meet Michelle, because Colin got to me first. This morning, I went to the cafe early, before sunrise, to start the bake for the day. I was in the back proofing dough when I heard the bell over the front door. We weren't open yet. I came out expecting to see a delivery driver. Instead, Colin was standing at the counter. No smile this time, no pretense. Just him, in a dark windbreaker, holding something wrapped in brown paper. He slid it across the counter toward me. Inside was a silver bracelet. Renee's bracelet. The one from the photo, the one the sheriff said they didn't have. "I told you," he said, his voice low. "I remember what's mine." I stared at it, my chest tight. "Why give this to me?" "Because now you know everything," he said. "That's not everything," I said. "That's a confession." He tilted his head like I just said something mildly interesting. "If you think that, take it to the police. But remember, everything in that box had a story. This one's yours now." Before I could answer, he turned and walked out. No rush, no fear, just gone. I called the sheriff. They came, took the bracelet, said they'd compare it to the missing persons file. Same words as before. Michelle hasn't answered my texts since last night. Lena didn't go to work today. She's been pacing the apartment like she's waiting for someone to knock on the door. And I keep thinking about what he said. "This one's yours now." The sheriff called me this morning. They confirmed the bracelet Colin left me matches the one in Renee's missing persons file. Same make, same engraving on the clasp. It's now officially listed as part of her case evidence. But that's all they can do. The video from Wilmington still doesn't prove intent. The bracelet proves possession, not cause. Everything about this feels like a technicality stretched until it chokes the truth. I asked if they knew where he was. The deputy hesitated, then said, "Not in Harbor's Edge," which is the same as saying, "We have no idea. Lena and I are moving inland. She's already signed a lease on a small apartment 2 hours away. I'm transferring the cafe to one of the other bakers and heading with her, at least for a while. Last night, as I was packing, I found an envelope slid under my door. No return address. Inside was a photo, me and Lena at the market last weekend, taken from behind. Written on the back, 'The long way back is never straight.' I keep telling myself it's over, but sometimes I dream of water closing over my head, the sound muffled and heavy. In the dream, I'm waiting for someone to pull me out, and I never know when I wake up whether it's going to be Colin's hand or mine." If you like these stories and videos, make sure to like, comment, and share so we can make some money from ad revenue and continue getting better and better with our publications. We strive to donate a portion of everything we make to charities that make a difference. Let us know if there is someone or thing you want to support. Thank you for staying until the end and enjoying the story.